I heard the coughing once again. It sounded like a young boy.
Oh, I just got it. I put it together. Oh my God, that shit just creeped me out. That's somebody coughing because... Dog, I'm telling you, dog. Were we not just talking about Vegas? Were we legit not? Hold on, it's a little dark. I might need to turn my camera up a little bit. Boy, you ugly. Hold on, real talk. All right, there we go. That's a little better. All right, but yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Was we not just talking about? I was like, bro, Vegas is not a place I would want to be. Like, even visiting was cool, but it wasn't like super amazing like everybody make it out to be. I'm telling you, dog, this city does not sleep in a bad way, in a scary way. I said the same thing about New York. The city it feel like the city doesn't sleep, but it don't feel like the way Vegas feel. Like when Vegas, bro, it just feel like everything that happened it just feels like nighttime. Everything just feels dark. Every freaking thing, dog. But yo, we ain't about to get into all that. About to check out 3 scary real Las Vegas horror stories by the homie Mr. Nightmare. I'm gonna check out this video. Link will be in the description below. Happy Halloween, but let's go.
This video is a throwback to a video I did over 6 years ago now with a Vegas theme. I've been wanting to do another Vegas themed video for a while, and with one of the biggest music festivals in the US coming up in Vegas this week, this seemed like an appropriate time. But even more appropriately, this video is sponsored by Mobile Premier League. MPL is a play-and-win gaming app with over 80 million users worldwide.
I'll leave all his links for the ad in the description below, but I guarantee you, a lot of these stories in here, most of these stories in here, I should say, it's gonna be real humans. Watch. It ain't gonna be no ghost stuff. Watch. I guarantee it's gonna be some real human stuff. Watch. Ranger B. I'm ready. Shh, be quiet.
When my friend Dom turned 21, he organized a group trip to Vegas among our closest friends. We stayed at the Gold Coast Hotel and Casino, which was a 5-minute walk from the Strip. There were 6 of us. Too many names to list, so I'll just name them as I go. But we had 3 rooms, and 2 to each room. I was rooming with Joey. Our flight landed around 5, so by the time we were unpacked and settled in the hotel, it was around 7. We stopped at In-N-Out for dinner since we're all from the East Coast, and the novelty of In-N-Out was pretty appealing. Right after that, we walked around until ending up at the Bellagio Hotel's casino. It was absolutely massive. We all kind of split off into little groups. Joey and I were just doing slot machines, while 3 of the others were at blackjack tables. I'm not sure where the 6th went. But when I say Joey and I were doing the slot machines, I mean we were really just sitting there occasionally spinning the slot machine every few minutes. Really just collecting those free shots that the cocktail waitresses would walk around with to try and get the patrons drunker and looser with their money. Let's just say we were trying not to blow $1,000 on the first night. After a few shots, we went over to our friends by the blackjack tables to watch them. I'd say after an hour at the casino watching our friends.
Yeah, blackjack where I be at, 1,000 my ass. I take 200, and if I lose 100, I'm gone.
Gamble their money away. We all left with intentions of walking to this place called Lily Bar and Lounge. But halfway to the bar, I did a quick pat down of all my pockets, making sure I had my phone and wallet. And I had that mini heart attack when I felt an empty pocket where my wallet should have been.
Ooh.
I started to freak out, asking my friends if they remember when I had it last. None of them remembered. I asked them to wait for me, while I ran back to the Bellagio to check. They didn't want to wait though. Joey just gave me his room card and told me to check our hotel if it wasn't at the Bellagio. Then the 5 of them continued walking to the bar, while I ran back to the casino of the Bellagio. I felt very defeated, as I was predicting having lost my wallet on the first night, and I would be absolutely screwed if I wanted to get into any bars or clubs.
And you a big man.
I retraced all my steps in the casino, including checking the seat of the slot machine we were at. Then I checked Lost and Found, but there was nothing. So
somebody gonna find that boy ID? Well, no, they can't do. Never mind. Just be quiet.
Next, I had to try our hotel room. This was my last shot at finding it, and I felt sick to my stomach about it now. I felt this could ruin my entire trip. I ran through the lobby and up the stairs to the 2nd floor where my room was. I got to the door and tried Joey's key card. The card reader flashed red a few times. I wondered if he had a faulty card. I rubbed the card with my shirt to remove any smudges or whatever that could be hindering the card reader. On the next try, it beeped and lit green, and I opened the door. I started searching the entire room, throwing clothes out of my suitcase and onto the bed, digging through my suitcase. then tearing through the bed sheets even though they weren't even slept in yet. I checked under the beds, pillows, on the table and TV stand, but it was not in there. I collapsed on the bed, literally wanting to cry. Then I thought to maybe call the front desk and ask if it was turned into lost and found, so I did just that. The desk worker picked up on the third or fourth ring, and I asked if they could check the lost and found for my wallet. She said hold on, then put me on hold for a minute. When she came back, she asked what my name was because apparently lots of people lose their wallets in Vegas. I told her my name, then she said something that confused me.
Watch,
She
I was
said
right.
something along the lines of, "Sir, didn't I speak to you just now at the front desk when you asked me what..."
Nigga, I told you. Put me in a scary movie. See if you gonna kill me. Put me in a scary movie. You're not about to kill me, boy. I freaking knew it, bro. Cause he like, dang, like, bro, my card ain't working, cuz. I knew it. I was like, bro, somebody else got that boy wallet, user ID, got another key. They in that mug with him. Cuz, I hope you can fight. It's about to go down in that mug. I hope you can fight, cuz he up in there, bro.
She said something along the lines of, "Sir, didn't I speak to you just now at the front desk when you
Hell
asked me
no.
what room number you were in?"
Sit security.
I asked when she was referring to, and she said within the past 15 minutes. That wasn't possible because I had been gone for nearly 2 hours. I told the lady I was coming down to the front desk, then I hung up. But it made me wonder, just
Bro,
what
get
if?
out.
I checked the one closet in the room, and it was empty. Then I looked at the bathroom. The bathroom door was shut. I grabbed the doorknob, sighed, and yanked it open, expecting to see someone. But no, it appeared empty. I turned on the bathroom light just to look at myself in the mirror, but I almost instantly noticed the shadow through the shower curtain.
Whoa,
There was
nigga, act like you
undoubtedly
don't
a
see
person
it.
in there casting that shadow. who
Act like
looked
you don't
taller
see
than
it.
me. I didn't want to get stabbed or shot that night. I left the hotel room and immediately called the number for the hotel. I asked them to send security up right away. Not even 5 minutes later, 2 large men in security shirts came down the hall, and I pointed
right
at the
there,
door, yelling there's someone in our bathroom shower who stole my wallet. I opened the door for them, and right center of the hotel room was this 30-something-year-old man with a COVID mask over his mouth. He had his hands in the air. Security guards escorted him out of our room and patted him down for weapons.
See,
Not so shocked.
I think, even though the story is scary, what was gonna happen? I think he was just trying to go in there and just rob. Bro, it's Vegas. Like, people steal their all. I'm not trying to throw shots at Vegas all the time. It's just the video is about Vegas, bro. People legit go there, lose all their damn money, need any kind of way to get all that damn money back, or even some of it. So it's a lot, bro. It's a lot of bad ish that go down there. I'm not just spewing this out. This is just stuff that I see. Be quiet, dog. He probably was just trying to rob you. That's all I'm trying to say, bro. He probably wouldn't even go whoop your ass. He probably was just trying to get his bag, bro. He's just trying to get in his bag.
Security
That's all,
guards
bro.
escorted him out of our room and patted him down for weapons. And not so shockingly, they found my wallet in his pocket.
Duh.
He didn't have any weapons on him, though.
Told
Security called the police and arrested the man, and I got my wallet back. The man admitted to finding my wallet outside of the hotel, went to the front desk asking what room number I was in, and letting himself in. Even though no one was harmed, I feel like this could have turned out so much worse. For example, if I decided to open that shower curtain. My friends hardly believed my story until security guards backed it up later that night. The rest of the trip went completely normal.
At least I legit feel like if you would have opened it, it would have just been a fight at the most, and that's if he got hurt. Cause more than likely, it's not like he was trying to hide from you. So if you'd open it, he probably been, "Please, man, I'm sorry, man, I just need some money, man." It probably been a situation like that. But it was still good though, because stuff like this, I love stuff like this because I know that it can actually happen. But I knew it. I'm telling you, bro. I put it together.
It up later that night. The rest of the trip went
Hell you
completely
looking at?
normal.
That big ass nose. You get on my nerves sometimes. Sean Matthew.
A few years back, I stayed with 3 friends in Bally's Hotel in Vegas, once known as the MGM Grand, until November 21st in 1980, when it burned down.
I ain't even know that.
The fire began from a refrigerated pastry display case in one of the restaurants located on the first floor, and apparently the fire engulfed the resort's casino,
Damn,
and
I
the
didn't know
smoke
that.
traveled into the hotel tower, killing 85 people due to smoke inhalation. We read about this in some of the reviews of the place while booking. But I mean, that was 40 years ago. How would it really affect our stay? The rates for rooms were surprisingly more affordable.
This one about to be a ghost. Because one of them 84, 85 people. Man, I be hearing stuff. My bad.
Than some comparable hotels for that specific weekend. Something I didn't pay attention to in the reviews, though, were the number of people who reported witnessing and hearing strange paranormal events.
Same shit happened. I'm gonna say, cause bro, I told you I was gonna tell you then. I'm gonna tell today. I'm not gonna forget it. Let me write it down. I'm gonna make sure I tell you the story, bro. Same thing happened to me at a haunted hotel. I'm gonna tell you at the end, bro. Creep me out. But let's finish.
There are even reports of ghostly activity in the casino.
Let's go.
The most common complaint I was seeing from guests was the presence of a smell of smoke and burning, especially on the upper floors, even though there was no one smoking. But I wasn't aware of any of this on our first night there. On our second night there, we went to a couple casinos, then got dinner and went back to the room to regroup before heading back out. Not without stopping at a liquor store for some booze beforehand, so we could all loosen up a little more before going out. After we pre-gamed for a good half hour to an hour, we all called an Uber to Omnia nightclub not too far away. By the time we got there, the liquor was definitely kicking in, and this is where my memory starts getting a little fuzzy. I remember we were waiting online for at least half an hour, and I remember my one friend Alec talking to this group of girls in front of us. Next thing that I really remember was standing at the bar inside the club with my friends trying to order drinks, and I vaguely remember bits and pieces of being on the dance floor. But when I say I blacked out besides that, I'm not exaggerating. The night became a little clearer when I left.
Hey, and I don't know what type of clubs you're into. Like, I'm into EDM type of clubs. Bro, in Vegas, they are so freaking lit, dog.
Club, but according to my friends, I left alone. I somehow made my way back to the hotel and back to the room on the 17th floor. From here on out, I remember just about everything. I was sitting on the edge of the bed with my head in my hands for quite a while, feeling like my head was spinning, when I heard what sounded to be a kid coughing on the other side of the door. I pulled myself together and went to check through the peephole, making sure no one was choking or anything.
Bro, you never do that.
There was no one visible, so I opened the door. The corridor was empty. At this point, standing up made me feel even sicker, so I went to the bathroom to throw up. After that, I felt better and laid down in the bed to go to sleep. It was 3-something in the morning. None of my friends were back yet.
Hell no.
I heard the coughing once again. It sounded like a young boy.
Oh, I just got it. I put it together. Oh my God, that shit just creeped me out. That's somebody coughing because he said someone died because the place burned down. Nigga, get the hell. Oh my God, that just got so much more trippier, dog. Man.
I heard the coughing once again. It sounded like a young boy's coughing. I didn't feel like getting up to check again.
Man.
I resumed trying to fall into a deep sleep. When
I'm
out of
there.
nowhere, this ear-piercing ringing went off, along with a flashing red light in the room. It was the smoke alarm, and in the corner of the room, every time that flashing light blinked, I could see a person standing in the corner of the room. It looked like a young boy facing the door. I looked closer to see if I was seeing things, and on the 4th blink, I started to scream and crawl backwards out of the bed and onto the floor. I don't know what exactly I thought was happening, that I was going to be killed or that I was seeing a ghost. But after a while, as if I were experiencing sleep paralysis or a hallucination, the apparition of the boy in the corner disappeared. I gave myself time to breathe and calm down, and convinced myself I was just seeing things. And just like the boy disappearing, the smoke alarm turned off a minute later.
Man, I'm out of there.
My heart was racing for the next 10 minutes as I sat up in the bed on my phone trying to contact.
Yo, hey, bro, when you get like real scared that, bro, I had this crazy ass sleep paralysis moment with Blade. Yeah, like Blade from Marvel. I ain't gonna tell you about that. But when it happened, bro, and you do finally wake up, man, you legit lay there like this. Only thing moving is your eyes, is this. You be so scared. You be like, bro, I don't know what just happened, bro. Hey, I don't think this story capped it off. I legit do not think this story capped it off.
My heart was racing for the next 10 minutes as I sat up in the bed on my phone trying to contact my friends. They got back around 4,
Boy,
and I
I'm down that
decided
hallway.
not to tell them for the sake of sounding like a drunk fool. I did more research the next day about the hotel and supernatural sightings, and I was even more disturbed when I read that other people had witnessed and heard a boy coughing on the 17th and 18th floors.
Man.
Needless to say, I didn't want to stay there anymore.
Nope.
Thank God it was only a 3-night trip.
Hey, that one was hella good. No, I gotta tell you some mine similar. Morgan L. Let's go. Oh my
In
god.
2018, my friends and I rented an Airbnb in
Arizona?
North Vegas to attend the Electric Daisy Festival, which is an EDM music festival.
EDM! I told
It was
you!
my first experience of this kind. I'm not even a fan of EDM,
Oh,
nor
you
do I do
crazy.
any kind of hard drugs.
Oh, you
But I went
crazy.
with
Okay,
my-
I'm playing. Stop. I'm playing. I don't. Look, I don't do that, alright?
I'm not even a fan of EDM, nor do I do any kind of hard drugs. But I went with my 3 friends who are into this stuff, who I'll call Jess, Marissa, and Nicole. My friend Jess had a drug dealer connection in Vegas who she was planning on buying Molly from. The festival starts pretty late in the day.
Real quick, last time, I'm so sorry. It's crazy because Molly was like so freaking pop. Please never, ever, ever do drugs. Trust me, it does not make you cooler. I kid you not. If you're watching this and you're in college or on your way to college, bro, I lived it up. But I ain't do no drugs. I kid you not. I have fun. Bro, like I was about to say though, I remember Molly was so popular because I used to go to raves, EDMs, all that stuff. Like it was I mean EDMs. I used to go like to raves, freaking EDM clubs, just like all that type of that whole scene. I was there, bro. And my friends, they used to go tougher than me. They was there like every day. But you don't care about that. Either way, go. Okay, I'm sorry. Molly was so big and so popular, and then it started coming in rap songs. And it started getting popular to like the, you know, when the kids wanted to be cool and stuff. That's why I mean, like, was real popular point in the rap scene. I was like, this is crazy because everybody's just doing this just to be cool. Because I remember being around so many people who did this just to have a good time. Keep taking me back to college for the story a little bit.
Vegas, who she was planning on buying Molly from. The festival starts pretty late in the day and goes all night, so on the first day we were just driving around Vegas trying to find things to do. At some point, Jess needed to meet up with her friend to buy the Molly, so while we were eating, she went to pick up from him. Afterwards, we went back to the Airbnb to start getting ready for the festival, changing into our outfits. If you know anything about music festivals, girls usually wear the most revealing outfits imaginable.
Yes, they do!
It was new.
I do not know how I do not have like 50 babies. I'm not gonna cap to you. I really don't, bro. I'm just keeping it in 100 with you. Your college experience was not as lit as mine. It would never be as lit as mine. Mine was legit like American Pie. Even though I went to a nerd school, I went to a hella computer like gaming school. It was hella dope though.
I needed my friends to help me buy an outfit. As we called a lift to the racetrack where the festival was being held, Jess handed us all our own little baggies with the Molly. I was very nervous as I've never really done any drugs except for weed.
Don't do it.
Counts.
Weed don't count.
The ride there was surprisingly quick. Jess told us the Molly should kick in around 45 minutes after taking it. By then, we were online to get inside. The effects of it didn't really kick in for a while, and my friends all agreed they were already feeling it. So I had a feeling I didn't take enough, and I went for the baggie I smuggled into the festival and took a little more. For the next,
and it was so easy to get in, bro. It's legit. They used to have like so many cops at the front that'll check you. I legit think so many of them were paid by people who were actually dealing to get in there. Cause the amount that was, once you get inside, the amount that's actually there, that's accessible, it's crazy. It's like, I ain't no way in hell checking. And it's funny cause I even remember being checked. It's like, they be like this. You just go up in that mug. Them mugs were lit though, bro. I remember this woman was, we started dancing. At the time, I'm like 19, 20. She had to at least be in like her mid 30s, high 30s. We danced and she just started grabbing on my, you know what? And she's like, hey, you want to go in the bathroom, make out? And I'm like, and this is my very first time, so I know what to do. I'm like, She's like, you ever tripped off acid? I was like, cause bro, this is my first freaking EDM party. And she tried to kiss, she put something on her tongue and tried to kiss me. I was like, no, I'm cool. That was when I first got there, dog. The stories I got when
I went for the baggie I smuggled into the festival and took a little more.
It started
For the
to
next
get wild
hour,
for
we
me.
danced as the sun went down and the sky got darker, and all the lights from the stages and carnival rides lit up the place.
It'd be so lit.
I was realizing the Molly was kicking in hard and I was starting to trip. It was such a surreal experience with all the lights, booming music, and the euphoric feeling of the drug. But eventually I realized I took way too much. I started to lose track of where I was. and next thing I knew, I was lost in the crowd without my friends. At some point, this guy started talking to me, and I must have asked him for help finding my friends, because he told me, "I know where your friends are, I'll take you to them."
Man.
I followed him through the crowd, holding his hand, till we got closer to the back of the crowd. I asked where we were going. He said he knows where Jess is. I thought the fact that he knew my friend's name meant he was telling the truth. Then he asked me to call Jess, and he talked to her.
Hey, and last time, and this one can get scary, bro, because so many people be off so many drugs when you be at those things that everybody's freaking horny as hell. I'm not gonna catch. I've seen so many people make out. I'm not gonna catch it. I made out with so many women in them mugs before, bro. You have so many girls and so many dudes straight up ask you to go to the bathroom and do whatever with you. It's like they do not care. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to make it seem like the environment is just really bad. It's for me, my experience, it was the most safest environment I've been in with that many people together, and the most funnest. At least with me, I've never got to. I almost got into a fight, but it wasn't that like major. I've never gotten into any fights out there. No one ever tried to fight me out there, bro. Always so much fun, but you don't want to go off by yourself with nobody. I remember this story. I remember this dude had my partner in the bathroom, locked in the bathroom for like 30 minutes. And he just kept asking. He's like, "Bro, just let me." He's like, "You don't know if you know what or not until I do it." And my bro just told me the whole time when he finally got out, my bro, like he grabbed like, "Bro, let's go." I'm like, "Man, what is your problem?" He's like, "Man, this dude had me in the bathroom for like ever, blah, 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 trying to get me to let him do. It's more than that, but I ain't gonna get all the way into it. Man, do not go, if listen to me. If you go to these parties, do not do anything that's not smart like that. Don't just go off with anybody by themselves. If you don't look for your friends by yourself, call them. I'm not about to go with you to look for my friends. I don't even know you. I'm trying to stay away from people like you.
The fact that he knew my friend's name meant he was telling the truth. Then he asked me to call Jess, and he talked to her.
I'm sorry.
So I dialed Jess's number and handed him the phone. 5 seconds later, he started talking to her.
Cal!
He was on the phone with her for a minute before hanging up. He said Jess left to the hotel with my other friends because one of them got sick. He said he would take me there. I stood there tripping like an idiot and said okay.
No!
He called us an Uber, and when we got inside, he asked for my number.
It ain't no Uber.
I gave it to him because I was yet to see any red flags in my inebriated state. Till I looked at the Uber driver's screen and saw that it said the destination was 15 miles away.
Hey, bro, where you going?
And then it hit me. Why did the guys say my friends went to the hotel when we weren't staying at a hotel? We were staying at an Airbnb.
Oh my God. I'm going straight for the steering wheel. We both dying. You're not about to take me to your destination so you can do whatever with me. You're not about to.
My friends went to the hotel when
we'll
we weren't
crash.
staying at a hotel. We were staying at an Airbnb. I asked the driver where we were going, and I don't remember what he said, but whatever he said made me realize he was not taking us to the Airbnb. I asked the driver to turn me around, but the guy next to me started claiming he was my boyfriend and I was just incredibly drunk and needed to get home.
So he actually in the Uber though. I thought, okay, you don't gotta grab the wheel just yet. You can let this dude know, yo, legit, bro. I'm trying to tell you, this bro trying to kidnap me, bro. And if you find out if he don't care or if he in on it, then you grab the steering wheel. Clown, all three of us will go.
Claiming he was my boyfriend and I was just incredibly drunk and needed to get home.
Cap!
I started to scream that he's not my boyfriend, that I just met him. And eventually the driver believed me and stopped the car, kicking the guy out. I started to cry and asked the driver to bring me back to the festival so I could find my friends. But he informed me the festival doesn't allow re-entry, so he brought me back to the Airbnb. He waited until he saw that I let myself in using the code, and then I started frantically texting and calling all my friends till one of them picked up. They couldn't hear me on the phone at the festival, so I typed in our group chat what happened. Jess came back to the Airbnb to be with me, while Marissa and Nicole stayed till much later at the festival. I somehow slept like a baby that night, but I woke up the next morning to 3 missed calls and a handful of texts from that guy who tried to most likely kidnap me.
I told you.
The texts were as follows. Hey, did you make it back? Where are you? I'll come to you and help you to your Airbnb.
No, the hell you won't.
Honestly, fuck you for making a scene like that in front of the Uber driver, making me look like some kind of rapist.
'Cause you are, clown.
It goes without saying, this guy never knew who any of my friends were, and he never got on the phone with Jess.
Even I knew that.
I most likely told him my friend's name when I asked him for help in finding them. This was my first time doing a hard drug, and it blurred my judgment so much that I almost allowed myself to possibly get kidnapped.
Man. Look, my bad. I'm gonna have to make a separate video for the hotel story. I kid you not, I'm not gonna forget. I'm gonna get it out ASAP because, yo, companies here. I gotta get ready to go. I'm already late. My bad if y'all just video with the like, comment, subscribe, check out my guys awesome. But I got you next time. I kid you not, I'm recording as soon as I get back tomorrow. But I'm out.